Okay, people, I'm really going to shake it up today. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, please. We're going to check out Red Dawn Daily. Now, I subscribed to her in less than a minute. I do not subscribe to people. I have very few subscriptions, and when I do, I usually got to watch a couple videos. Let's get to it.
I don't care to be friends with anyone that was a Trump voter. I can't align myself with someone or someones that think this kind of language is okay. Just make my sandwich. Settle down, sir. You will be fine. Crybaby. Put your mask back on and STFU. Shave your head so you can stand out. All I see is a spiteful woman who didn't get her way. And this is from a woman. You're just mad because I didn't vote for Camel, fill in the blank.
Toe.
Rhymes with bro. Not gonna vote for somebody that wants to be a commie. Angry liberal female. No one on the right gives a rat's about your out of touch BS. Sit back and enjoy the ride. You're in MAGA country
She's
now.
smoking this.
If you don't like it.
She's smoking.
Are you legal?
She's
Let's see your
smoking.
birth certificate.
Look at her
Bye,
smoking.
Felicia. Bye, Karen. Hail President Trump. You need a man.
You see what I'm saying?
You're sad because you think we care what you think.
Check out that laugh.
Relax, beesh. Trump
She's
is your
young,
daddy.
but she's cool.
Emotional, damn it.
These people are making these videos way too easy to make.
Every time I feel my anger over the results of the election starting to subside, and I start feeling like I can maybe lead with compassion and think with compassion, I will inevitably read the stupidest take from that orange taint of a man and reach levels of anger I haven't reached before over him and over everybody who voted for him. And I fear this is going to be a cycle that I will not be able to get myself out of.
I suspect that this is a terminal case of Trump derangement syndrome, but I'm not a doctor, so I am going to have to call on Red Dawn Daily's chief medical expert, Dr. Grouchy. Dr. Grouchy, is there anything that can be done to save this woman?
Nine. Do you know how many of you actually cut off your own stupid noses to spite your own stupid faces? Yeah. Oh, he's not part of Project 25. Guess who's about to run our government? All the people that wrote the damn thing. And here you guys are. It's only your imagination. No, it's not. It's not. But I knew better. I knew better as a social worker because I knew what happened the last time.
Why?
Okay? I saw the destruction.
Why are social workers as fucked up as the people they are working with? I mean, 90% of these people are just as fucked up as the people they're treating. Therapists, psychiatrists, same fucking thing. They're nuts. 90% of them. Guessing. It's a lot.
Destruction and what happened to the vulnerable populations I served from the last 4 years, right? But here you guys are. You guys are so stupid to even realize the reasons half of you have schools in the middle of your nowhere places is because of things like the Department of Ed. You guys are dumb. But here I am getting ready to prepare for all the shit that's about to happen in 2025.
And show your smartness.
Yes, it is going to happen. And all of you are stupid. And you're going to see. And guess what? I already knew.
Well, she most certainly has a way with words. It's just not a very intelligent way.
Do I still see her winning? I'm going to give you the human answer, and I'm going to give you the psychic answer. The human answer is that look at the logic of the numbers. It does not take a psychic to say the math ain't mathing. We've been talking about that for weeks, and it's not conspiracy to think that a man
Is that
who
like
tried to cheat in the
Bidenomics?
last election has been up to it again. Then we have the spiritual side of this, the 4 a.m. club side, the I'm a professional psychic and this is what I've seen side, as well as my mutuals and people all across TikTok who have been seeing and feeling the same thing. We have the logic that something is amiss, and we have the energy of the divine feminine movement that has been coming forward. And I've said in multiple videos that just the fact that she existed as a candidate and came forward, that's the physicality that has been manifested. She is a physical representation of the energy that we have been working to create as a collective. So to me, you follow the energy, and that has to manifest in the physical. Once we're done clearing out what we need to.
Did she go to the school of camel toe? I mean, what the fuck is with these people?
Clear out, we will be left with the physical result of our manifestation.
Oh, this is amazing. This is so cool.
I'm not gonna. I gotta. Is that hair on her chin? Or is that a tattoo? It looks like hair. And I'm gonna stop there. I won't go any further because I am challenged in the weight department myself. So I'll refrain. Although I should be able to say something because I am overweight. Not that overweight. I hope not.
This is one of those.
I sure as hell don't have that kind of hair. Might be that long, but it ain't that color. It's a nice gray and brown.
Deeply satisfying video points.
Oh, yes. Just whoosh. That is yours.
Wait till you hear this.
Confetti.
Wait till you hear this.
The worst confetti ever.
Nope, that ain't it.
I want to take it home and show it to my wife.
She's aware
that this is happening, and she's super.
And you know what? Her wife is probably like a toothpick.
We're excited. She was like, "Oh, babe, you're gonna look so good with a buzzed head." They're still doing this, I see.
For a criminal and a liar.
Wait till you check this dude out. He gave me an idea for a prank I'm gonna pull. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good one.
In front of the world. What that says about you. Your true you won't even respect you. Look in the mirror.
I know what he's talking about because when I was really young, I did this ugly girl and I had trouble respecting that guy, and it was me. So I know what he's talking about. But I don't think it applies to this.
Anywhere you go in this world, you're going to fuck around and find out. When people start
Yep, and ain't nobody knocked me down yet.
realizing you mega, they're going to start looking at you different. 2, 3 glares.
Hell, I get 6 now.
What possesses you to have so much hate in you? Watch and see. I already experienced it.
Which is totally screwed because I'm telling you people, honestly, for the most part, this side, the MAGA side, the Trump side, the anything but leftist, liberal, woke, I'm telling you, has more joy, happiness, acceptance, everything they claim they have.
When people here in the States realize who you are, they're going to start walking away from you. I'm talking about good people, logical people. They will walk away from you.
We'll walk
They don't
away
want to be
from
part
you.
of it. Trust me.
Somebody want to tell him that we're the majority of the country.
Never gonna get married. And I'm never gonna be able to adopt kids.
Well, no, because they're aborting them.
I'm a woman, and every single one of my rights is about ready to be taken away. My rights as a woman, my rights as a person.
Where did she come up with this?
I will never walk down the aisle. I will never have a family of my own.
Where is she getting this information? I've looked all over and I can't find anybody that is talking that absolute fucking crazy shit. Now, I've heard some crazy shit, but not this crazy. Must be on TikTok.
Emotional, damn it.
If you're this emotionally unstable, perhaps it's best that you don't have kids and you remain alone.
Oh, without a doubt.
I have also been saying that this period we're in right now, some people call it fuck around and find out. I've been gently calling it the revelation, because what we're seeing now is a revelation of all kinds of bullshittery that has been happening sort of beneath the surface or outwardly, but so that people who have been in the Red Party and been deceived by him, they haven't been willing to see it or haven't been able to see the full scope of it. It's all coming out right now, and it's all serving very important purposes. The revelation part helps those who have not yet been able to see the full picture, the truth of what's been going on, as well as it is serving the purpose of triggering our inner wounds so we can see them to their fullest and be.
I often wonder if these people even consider that they might be wrong. So I played it on myself. What if I am wrong about Trump MAGA? And I'm telling you, if in this freaking crazy ass world I am wrong, I would rather be wrong than to be right in that world that they're in. I want no part of that shit.
Be able to fully heal from them.
So first we're going to take a look at the season number and the episode number of each of the.
This girl, talk about hunting for an answer.
6 episodes that are connected to those songs. And this is where I enlisted ChatGPT to help me out. I asked ChatGPT to see if there were any codes associated with those numbers. And outrightly, there weren't until we applied a key. If you apply a standard alpha to numeric key.
Wasn't there a guy that used keys to predict the election that claimed he had it right for so many election cycles? And ended up making himself look like a total fucking fool?
Where A equals 1, B equals 2, etc. This is what ChatGPT came up with. Now it looks like a jumble of letters until you ask it to see if there's any words or anagrams that come out of it. And this is what we got. I judge glad girl. Oh, but it gets better. Because I asked ChatGPT if there were any other messages within that. So what it did is it took those letters and reverse alphanumericized them, where A equals 6, B equals 25, and so on and so forth. It gave me a number code. And when it had this number code, it then reapplied the alphanumeric code to it. The A equals 1, B equals 2. And this is what it showed me. To fix war, vote. Did it mean vote?
So she implied the E. I think she'd have done better with one of them magic 8 balls. Remember them when you were a kid? Back in the 70s, 80s? You'd shake it around and it'd come up with answers. I think that would have been a better pick.
To fix war, vote. Guys, I don't think that we're going to be going for a recount. I think that we're going to be headed for a revote. As always, clowning requires group.
Was she not watching the Democratic convention where all the protesters were out there trying to stop the wars that Joe and Camel Toe were not helping with? And giving them a shit ton of our money so we couldn't give it to the hurricane victims and the fire victims over in Hawaii. Yeah. And Palestine in Ohio. Not Palestine where they hate the queers.
Group participation. So please let me know what you think in the comments. And I can't wait to see what else pops up.
Yes,
It
we will
ain't gonna
revote
be
for the
my
president
wiener.
in 2028. Oh boy.
I also really like to point
Oh,
out the
she's
astrology of all this. I'm not in astrology. That's above my pay grade. I do not know and understand how that works.
McDonald's is above her pay grade. Yep. Uh-huh.
But what I do understand is trends and pattern recognition, and that's what astrology does. And so
Wow,
looking at the
really?
astrology, both of the election and the broader picture about age of Aquarius, the new earth, how things are changing, and how astrology patterns in the past are matching the patterns of today, that gives you a very good predictive model of what we're going to be walking forward to in our collective future. And let me just spell it out for you. Our collective future is
I should get my wife one of them bears.
evolution, equality, change on a global scale.
You do know that's how the teddy bear came about. Teddy Roosevelt? Teddy bear was named after a president. That's pretty wild, ain't it?
From the ashes of the old, we will be creating the new, and it will be so much better than anything that's come before. So now we get back into the human, to the practical aspect where we say, okay, but the days are going by and they're not saying anything. Does this mean they're not doing anything? Listen, this is the only place where my human self gets triggered by all this.
If you're in your mid to late 30s or 40s and you are child-free by choice and unmarried, how often do people obsess over the fact that you are unmarried and child-free and are constantly trying to convince you that don't worry, you'll find somebody. Bro, I'm good.
Now, this is another example. I have no problem with these people. All these freaks that you're showing. They can live whatever life they want to live. Just don't affect me and people that aren't like you, you know. You want to live your life? Go ahead, live the goddamn thing. Don't push it on me. Do not bother me with it. I have a real life, not an imaginary one.
I'm good. We good. I'm fine. I can do whatever the I want.
And
If
that's
somebody
cool.
called me right now, 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, and was like, do you want to go to the movies? I'd be like, yeah, I'll be there. If somebody was like, hey, are you doing anything this weekend? Do you want to go to California? I'd say yes, but I have to make sure I can get the cat sitter. Babies. But for real, I'm good. I'm so good.
People who are genuinely happy don't make videos trying to convince other people that they are genuinely happy.
I'm just glad she ain't eating the cats.
I've been fighting the fight against the man for 20 plus years. Corruption on every side. Bad guys get away with it. I'm just as mad about all that stuff as you guys are.
So she's a politician. She's been fighting all the bad guys and getting nothing done. And spending a shit ton of money doing it and getting nothing done. She gotta be a politician.
But just because we've had that in the past doesn't mean that's what we're going to have now. And further on that, people are very hung up on very specific things. But the Electoral College, but they've already conceded, but there's only so many days. Listen, I understand your fears. I do. They come from a real place, again, based on the past, based on our history. But what you need to understand is, if this is a divine process unfolding, which it absolutely is, this dismantling of the old, of seeing our shadows, of healing the wounds, this is a divine process of a hugely cosmic order. It's all being overseen.
I cannot believe she didn't use the word unburdened.
Underseen? I don't know.
When Musk took over,
Oh, this one's cute.
he fired the entire staff, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And then Twitter started falling apart because no one who knew anything worked there. And so it's just been a spiral since then. So he's going to go into government and just fire the whole department.
Yep.
Because he thinks he knows better. He doesn't. So
She
let's
does.
hope Anonymous takes him down. Because he needs it.
So that's why you guys have heard a shift in what I've been saying. When I've been saying, hey, this takes as long as it takes. Sit back, relax, don't worry about it. This is necessary and this is beneficial for our good. We're in the dismantling, we're in the revelation, and it's going to take as long as it takes. There are dozens of ways this can go down, whether he's inaugurated or not. Just because he's inaugurated doesn't mean that they can't then pull it back and say, aha, we found out you cheated, but it's too late. You took the oath, he's in. No, there's so many different ways this could play out. And again, even if he is inaugurated, people are thinking that everything that has been announced or purported is absolutely going to happen and there's nothing going to stop it ever. No. There's so many different ways that this could go down. And that goes back to my video when I say, y'all ever heard of civil disobedience? Doesn't mean we're going to comply. So for all these reasons and so...
Wasn't that their big complaint about January 6th? Have at it. Yep. Have